I'm Francesca. I'm 27, from California, but now I live in New York.
Okay, so I was born Christian, baptized, really religious when I was younger. My family and I went to church every Sunday, kind of just the stereotypical American family.
I would say up until 8th grade, I was really religious. Went to a religious school, had a really strong faith in God. But then probably when I started going to high school is when I think a lot of girls kind of are discovering themselves and just figuring all that kind of stuff out and going. In high school, being Christian isn't necessarily cool, not really the cool thing to do. So when I was in high school, I felt like I started to drift a little more from God.
Other things take priority: sports, school, all that kind of stuff. So I was never a bad kid, but definitely in high school, God was not a priority at all.
Then when I went to college, I think that drift becomes even more apparent. You go to college and you join the sorority. School's really stressful. You're starting to think about your job and the next steps. So by the end of college, I was probably my furthest away from God that I had ever been.
People on the outside probably couldn't see it. It's not like I was in any deep place or anything like that. Everything was still good, but I just noticed something in my own life has shifted.
Probably within like the last few years, I kind of just started doing a lot more self-reflecting on where I was, the person who I was, my future, what I want my future to look like. And I realized that the periods in my life that were the best were when I had gotten it.
Things were going well for me, but there just seemed like there was that one piece of life that was missing and I couldn't put my finger on it.
So I realized I really wanted to get back into religion more, which is tough living in New York City. Not a ton of religious influences around me. Couldn't really find a church that I loved. But the more that I started putting it out there, I think you realize that other people are searching for the same thing. So I would talk to people, talk to friends and say, I'm trying to find a church that I want to go to. I'm trying to do a daily devotional. And once you start putting it out there, you see that a lot of other people are also looking for the same thing. So I had other friends that were saying, I'm looking for a church too. We should do it together.
And so now it's been a few years I've been like really back into my religious center. And in that time, I found an amazing fiance. I am love my job, really happy with where I am, and it kind of just feels like things are right again.
I'm just that girl who I think all of us can relate. In high school, college, kind of drifted apart, but now I'm back on my faith journey, and I can't wait to share the message with everyone.